All right, quick little update video on the CRZ, getting the new clutch. Bought everything from Honda, was kind of expensive. Flywheel, clutch, pressure plate, throwout bearing. The flywheel already came with the pilot bushing. That's the old trans. All OEM parts, as you can see. It was pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie. What we're gonna be doing is putting grease on the shaft here, clean this up, put more grease, put grease here, put grease here. Gotta clean this up, put more grease in here, and a little bit of grease here. These are all moving parts, so every time you press on the clutch, it goes in and out. You don't want to be riding metal with metal. So you can see it's already got some worn out spots, but I'll keep you guys updated in a few. These coils for the hybrid system have also gotten soaked in oil. I am gonna have to get some brake cleaner and clean them off, and then install the flywheel, obviously torque it down and go from there. I do got to get the torque specs for the flywheel, so that's gonna be on the next. Alright, so torque spec for these is 35. You're gonna torque them in a star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 18. You torque them the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The original reason why I had took this trans apart is for this exact moment. Whoops. Needed this to align the clutch into the trans. So come back to you guys in a few minutes. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys is the flywheel and the pressure plate. You want to try to clean it off with some brake cleaner. Try to get everything off, because it may look clean to you, but it still has a bunch of oils. You don't want that oil to start heating up and you losing friction on your. Alright, so got the clutch installed with my nice alignment tool. Once it's in there, just pull it straight out. Kind of tight a little bit, but perfect on how you need it. Good alignment tool. Alright, now to put on the trans. But the new trans came with everything that I don't need on here. So gotta take off the line, this bracket, these pins, and the slate cylinder, and then we'll go from there. Alright, just so you guys could remember, put grease in here or behind this, the pivot point. Grease on the shaft, not on the shaft, it's this shaft right here where the throwout bearing rides on, and on the 2 contact points of the fork. So that way everything's nice and lube. I kind of overdid it with the grease, but it is what it is. Now to put this in. Alright, so trans is mounted. It's got a couple of 17 mils. It's got one here, one underneath the slate cylinder, which is that one right there. The mount has 317 millimeter bolts, one here, one right there, and one right there. Apart from those two and that nut, has a 14 millimeter right there. And I think the hardest thing about this job, honestly, is just being able to align the trans back up. You also have 117 millimeter that's underneath the car, that's kind of hidden, so you actually gotta look for it. Let's see if I can get it with the camera. Nope. Alright, so the 17 that I'm talking about is that one right there. Come on, focus. That one right there. That one. It's right behind this plate. You don't need to take off this plate. Just I used a 10 millimeter or a 10 inch 3/8 extension with a short. Take off that one, take off this one, and this one right here. Then you got the mount assembly that I'm about to put on, and then 3 bolts for the axle for the half shaft. These 3 right here, which are either 12 or 14. I gotta double check. All right, so these 3 bolts, this one, and that one. These 2 bottom ones are shoulder bolts. That one up there is just a regular bolt, so that way you don't mix them up or whatever the case may be. All right, so dry shaft is in, transmount's on, or yeah, the rear transmount. Heat shield's on for the half shaft. All I need is the axles, shifter, and starter, battery tray, and we should be up and running. About another hour or so, maybe even less, maybe about like 30 minutes to be honest. All right, intake's on, hybrid system's connected, shift linkage is connected, or shift cables are connected. Trans fluid has been put in. Slave cylinders connected. Batteries hooked up. All I gotta do is hook up the hybrid system or the switch for the hybrid system, and we should be ready to go. All right, first start after a new clutch installment. Prime the fuel real quick. Clutch in, neutral. Oh fuck! Started right up.